Georgia playing Tennessee. Boy, 3.5 is the line, CD. What was your line for this game in the preseason? It was not 3.5. I'll tell you that. It was not 3.5. I would add this game as 8, 9 points. That's what I would add. And honestly, my opinion about these two teams hasn't changed much after the first couple weeks. I'm not sure that Syracuse is fantastic. We like the way that Joey Aguilar is playing. Tennessee's defense, by the way, is really good. It's exceptional. However, it was a little bit concerning, though, watching that secondary against Syracuse at times. There were some explosive plays that happened, some chain-moving situations happening over there. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same as maybe that defense did last year. I understand that there's some definite personnel rearrangement there, but I think largely you still have really good talent. Georgia, on the other hand, haven't really been tested yet. Gunnar Stockton is looking okay. Those receivers look really nice. I mean, when your premier transfer portal get is wide receiver Noah Thomas, and he's not even really playing for you. I mean, that's when you feel like maybe this wide receiver core is way better than we thought it was going to be in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, it does worry me. I mean, obviously, Georgia fans, you saw last week, 28-6 against Austin, PA is not acceptable, and they understand that at home, especially. And now you had to gear up and go into Knoxville. This just it screams trap for me right now. I feel like we're probably we're kind of halting the Tennessee train, and maybe it's just us clinging to our offseason predictions and our offseason feelings about this team. But I don't know. I mean, I think Aguilar is going to see a massive jump in competition he has seen in a long time. I think this Georgia team will be fired up to prove to get back after last week. They get a bye next week too. So you've played Marshall, okay, great. You played Austin, PA, great. Physically, you're not going to be feeling too much pain and bumps and bruises, and you still have a bye next week. Oh man, I know Stockton doesn't have a ton of fans at Georgia right now. If you scroll around Twitter, they're ready to get him out of there. But I still think this wide receiver core can be dynamic. What Tennessee does so well is like chunk plays. Like when they get going, boom, they just they keep going, and their defense also is very good at stopping those too, like chunk. So they love that 10+ play margin that they can win, especially when they do it at home. I just have a hard time believing in like how does Tennessee win this football game? Like what is their avenue to win other than like Joey Aguilar Heisman Trophy game? Like that's what would be it. Like if Joey Aguilar wins this football game, I will say tip my hat. You're going to be at the top of my Heisman vote right now, assuming Byron Brown doesn't go out and beat Miami as well. But that would be kind of where I'm
Sawyer
at.
Robertson. Come on now, Sawyer Robertson.
He's got some work to do.
Well, so I do think that there's an avenue for them to win, even if Aguilar doesn't play particularly great. What I have very big concerns about is no Jermon McCoy, no Ricky Gibson there in your secondary. And just when you're like last couple of years, we've just like looked at Georgia wide receiver group and we've just kind of shrugged it off like, hey, it's talented, but maybe not the dudes. I think it's good enough to take advantage of what you're lacking there in the secondary with those guys out. Not that I think the other guys that have stepped in are terrible. They're not. I think you're just looking at a different level of player there that you're going to be missing, that you need when you're playing against the big boys like Georgia. And Tennessee's a big boy, all right? I'm not trying to imply that Tennessee's some little brother, right? Like Tennessee was in the college football playoffs last year. They have a fantastic defense. They have a schedule that's rather favorable this year in the SEC. If you find a way to get this win, CD, like Tennessee is immediately a playoff pick for me. Immediately. After I was a little bit lower on them in the offseason.
Without a doubt. This is a massive game for them. But Georgia, too, on the other hand, like not to look ahead here, but they do have a lot of tough games on their schedule. It's not an easy schedule that they have to go out and play, especially I know a lot of their games, their harder games are at home, which is nice to see, but this one's on the road. And Neyland's a tough environment when it's rocking. They believe they can win this football game, and obviously they do. I'm just going to go Georgia -3.5. I'm not going to think about it too hard and just kind of roll with that. But I would like to see them run the football consistently. I would like to see them get the ball in the playmakers' hands and be able to control this football game.
Yeah, I'll roll with you right there. I'll lay the 3.5 with Georgia as well.